Hello everyone, this is Gail from Gail's Upstairs Studio. I hope you're all doing well. I wanted to take a quick minute to show you something that I just purchased, and it just came from Amazon, and I thought I would show the opening of it. I made this a few weeks ago, and I've shown it on the videos a few times. It is a homemade sketchbook, and as I said in an earlier video, I made this using a tutorial that Lindsay the Frugal Crafter did on YouTube, and I found it very informative, and I was able to use just what I had to do this first one. The only thing I bought was the paper. But after I did it, I got thinking about gift giving. I have several artsy people in my life that I could make sketchbooks for Christmas. And a couple of the things that I used for this one, I wanted to improve upon a little bit. The awl I used, I didn't care for, and the waxed thread that I had was a little bit too thick, I thought. And so I went searching on Amazon and I found this. And it came today, and I thought we'd open it together. It's a nice case. It's like a silver case, and it's got like rose gold hardware on it. I didn't actually even notice that in the listing. Honestly, it's been on my wish list for a bit, and I didn't even remember that it came with a case, so this is kind of nice. And it's full of goodies. What do we have? We have 4 binder clips and a stiff brush. I believe this would be for if you needed to spread glue on your cover. I think there's some things in here that I don't necessarily need for the kind of sketchbook that this is, but I enjoyed making it so much I might make some different kinds. It's a nice stiff brush. It would be good for glue. And this is binding ribbon or binding cloth. I actually have seen some done with this, and that might be fun to try. Be a little organized here. And there's 2 bone folders here, which is nice because that's the other thing that I needed a little bit of an upgrade on. I have an old Cricut spatula thing that I used, and it's kind of chewed up, so this is a nice new bone folder. They're plastic. And this is some other tools. We have a couple of awls. This is what I was looking for. My awl was too big. This one will do nice smaller holes through the pages. And I believe this one might be a leather awl, or a leather needle actually. And I won't take these out, but there's a thimble here and 3 needle threaders, which is very handy. I have one, and I always am looking for it, so it's good to have 3. And here is some needles in a container to keep them safe. And these are some soft thimbles. This kind of reminds me of my mother. She did a lot of quilting and she used a lot of these. And here's some curved needles, which I had one of, and it came in very handy, so I'm glad to have a stash of them now. And a pair of scissors, which I have plenty of scissors, but I can keep that right in here. Keep everything in one place. And then a small brush, also for glue and smoothing, I would say. And then we have our thread, and it's waxed thread, and the other thing that I liked is that there's several colors. I only had the white. I just want to take one out. I'm actually not gonna, oh, there we go. Oh yes, this is much nicer. It's not as big, which is what I was looking for. And I like the variety of colors, so I can have a variety of covers, and I can match the cover very nicely. And then we have a metal ruler, which is, this is nice to have to measure between your holes that you need to punch and things like that, so it'll come in very handy. Well, that was a very nice purchase. Now I'm gonna have to read, I'm gonna have to spell the brand name because I have no idea how to pronounce it. And actually the packaging didn't have any label on it at all, so I looked up my listing that I got it from, and I did get it off Amazon, as I said, and it is, the company name is JUPEAN, and it was the 45-piece set, and it only cost me $15.29, and I think that was a very good purchase. I particularly like the fact that it came with a case, so I actually have a little wooden box that I was going to keep it all in, but now I don't have to use that box because it already has a case for everything to go in. And I will just put it on my bookcase and be all ready for the next time I make a sketchbook. And that's going to be soon, because I have 3 I'd like to make for people for Christmas that I can think of right this minute. And I would like to make myself a mixed media one. So, and it just zips up like this, and I can put it in my bookcase. I'm looking forward to using this. Perhaps I'll make a little bit of a video out of it. I still will not show you a tutorial because the Frugal Crafter's tutorial was way better than anything I could do. But I will show you some sketchbooks when I get them done. Hello again. I just wanted to pop back in here for a second. It's about a week or so since I filmed the rest of this video, and I have had a chance to use some of the items, and I just wanted to show you and let you know what I thought. I have built this sketchbook, which is a bit bigger than the one that I had made before with things I already had. And I had mentioned earlier in the video that one of the sketchbooks I wanted to make was one for myself that was mixed media. And so what I did is I used Canson XL mixed media paper and some Saunders Waterford Bockingford paper. And so I have some watercolor and I have some mixed media, and I did them in signatures with 2 sheets folded in half, one inside of the other. So I have a Canson and a Bockingford in each signature all the way through the book. I've used it a few times, and the items I used worked wonderfully. The awl was much better than the one I had used previously. The needles worked great. The thread was the big thing. It was thinner thread, and it had a lot more wax on it, so the knots held very well, and I was very happy with those. The scissors worked great, and this bone folder was quite a big upgrade from what I was using. So for the price I paid for this, even with just the items that I've used, I'm happy with it. So I just wanted to put that in here at the end to let you know to keep your eye on that. If that's something that you're interested, I think it's a pretty good deal. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you next time.